What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we're going to be shooting a pretty interesting looking pistol. Today we're going to be going over the Archon Firearms Type B Gen 2. Now, we had the previous Gen 1 on here. She moves. Holy shit. And we actually had the Strike 1. Sure does rapid fire well. We've had a couple of different versions of this pistol. This is the latest and greatest iteration, and it is a pretty unique gun. One of its claim to fame is that it has very low recoil, or at least the previous one did, and that's because of its low slide, its very low bore axis, the ability to get very, very high on the gun. It has a pretty comfy grip, and it runs a different system than the standard like Glock and M&P, which run the Browning tilting barrel. I believe it runs the Bergman system, but I'm trying to bring that back in my memory from like a year ago when I shot the first one. I think it's been actually 2 years. It's a very unique system that very few pistols run, but it keeps the round in line with the chamber when it's in the gun, so supposedly it makes it more reliable, although I don't know if that's true because we've had very few samples of these. Now, my favorite part about the Archon is going to be the nose of the gun looks very mean to me, and I like that a lot. Now, we threw an X300 on here because we've been shooting a lot of those lately, and I threw an SRO on here as well. Now, that's the other new feature of the Archon, is that it actually has an optics mounting system, and it's a direct mounting system, which I actually do prefer. So if you get one of these, you have options. You have the RMR, you have the Shield RMS, which is going to be more flush because the slide is tri-top, so the RMS might actually look better, although I prefer a bigger dot. And then you have the Acro 2, but don't do that to yourself. The grip panels on this gun are new for the Generation 2, and they look pretty interesting, and I wanted to show those off really quick. We have an entire system here of back straps and grip panels, kind of similar to the HK VP9, but where this differs is you can actually make this grip longer or shorter, and it actually comes with 2 different magazines. So if you want to run the like 19X grip, or if you run the standard 19 grip, you can do either one, and then it comes with 1 mag for each configuration, although obviously you can use 2 mags with the short grip and then just the 1 mag with the long grip. But I also have a CZ75 magazine out here because it looked like they're gonna fit and run. Now, I haven't done any research on this, and maybe the internet knows. I'm actually pretty hyped about this gun. The grip feels super good. The trigger is pretty decent. The only thing I'm a little skeptical on is the magazine release, but we're gonna go try it out. Now, I do want to mention that PTR did send us this pistol, and they are a sponsor of the channel, but you will see everything that happens today. We're gonna shoot a couple hundred rounds through this, and you're gonna see the same stuff we're gonna see. I also want to mention the ammunition is brought to you by our patron supporters, and we really appreciate those guys. So if you want to become a patron supporter, all you have to do is go to the link in the description and sign up. I also want to mention a local shelter in Ames, the YSS, so please go down to the description, and there'll be a link down there, and you can donate to them. Okay, now we'll zero it. We're gonna run a little blazer brass, see how that goes. A little high. Now let me show you the difference here between warmed up and not warmed up. This was me shooting the gun not warmed up. That is not a good group. I haven't shot in a handgun in a week, and you can see that right here. Second group, got a little bit better. Third group, fourth group. Not bad. And so now we're gonna try the CZ75 mag because I'm curious. Same blazer brass, but just see if it works. Looks like it does. We didn't get any lock back though, but I got a bunch of these, so that works. Once I get used to the trigger, shoots fast. Recoil is nice.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, the recoil's nice.
I wasn't expecting that, but
I think the extra
I don't mind it
a little bit, but those guns are known for having low recoil, so I thought you'd like that.
This is really good.
Yeah, I felt terrible for that guy. I shot him in the dick 3 times.
Okay.
Damn. Oh, and we got a failure.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Let's squeeze a little harder with this guy, give it a little more wrist.
Okay.
And then kind of bring that thumb up, bring that thumb out of the way. There we go. And then what we're gonna do is here, let's stick your hands all the way back here.
Okay.
Right there. Then I think you can get more pressure. A little forward pressure on it. Nope. Apparently not. It's you, but it's okay.
Hey,
so it's susceptible to being limp wristed. It's just some guns require a lot of grip pressure because they have more of a spring.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons why this gun has so little recoil is because it's got a tight spring. So you gotta fight it with your wrist.
Okay.
So let's give her one more shot and see if you can throw them down, and if not, that's okay.
Super tight. There you go.
You know what? I wonder if you're squeezing the magazine release. Because the magazine release is right there. Because my hands are so big, they kind of go around it.
Okay.
But yours don't. So let's try to like get pressure back here away from that magazine release.
Okay.
And let's see if that works. Maybe this is just not your gun.
Well, that could be too.
There you go. Nice. Nice.
Get it, girl.
Well, there we go. That must have been it, right? So one of the cons of a gun that I see that I was worried about is, oh, you were also shooting a CZ mag, so maybe that was it too. That was not a factory mag. So
we're not blaming the gun for that.
Yeah, so I've heard people push this. I don't push this because my hand kind of wraps around and fits on the top of the gun right here. But if you're pushing pressure in this, I wonder if that's like half kind of dropping the magazine and causing failure, so we'll see. All right, give her a go with the factory mag, give it a fair chance.
Yeah.
Let's just try to avoid putting our palm on that again, like you did last time. Very good, very good. Give her a lot of pressure like you were doing last time. Nice.
Woo!
Nice.
Nice job,
Oh,
Stephanie.
So it was either that magazine, which could have been the issue, it could have been the magazine release, and it could have been you just needed a little more pressure too.
Yeah.
All three of those things can cause a failure. Handguns are, you know, susceptible to the users. The handgun works off your pressure, and the spring works with your hand, so.
35? Are we
Yeah,
at
you're at about 35 yards.
Okay, let's see how I can do.
Well, I feel like a little more practice I could get that. I was starting to get the feel of the trigger. All right, so for me, I thought it shot great. Like, I really liked how it shot up close. And at distance, I felt like, you know, it's got a bit of a Glock trigger, so you just got to get used to it. That's the thing with the Archon, right? Is we have basically 2011 speed as far as recoil control, but we still have a kind of a Glock trigger. When I was zeroing the gun, I noticed I had to take a lot of slop out of it.
Oh, okay.
So like, I would, you You kind of pull the trigger like this, you get all the way to the wall, pull a little bit more, there's still a little bit left, and then you pull it. What it does have is solid recoil control. The grip feels great, the gun was reliable, the trigger guard is very large, which I like a lot. The optics mounting system is good. I like when there's a direct mounting system personally. Direct mount is more reliable and it's lower, which I appreciate. There's less to go wrong. Plate systems are great for a variety if you want to put different optics on, but they're never going to be as durable and reliable long term as a direct mount. The slide serrations are awesome. The sights that come with the gun are very cool. We have a fiber optic front with a blacked out rear, and I at least remember, at least from the last generation, these were Glock sights, so if you want to switch them out, you can. The grip texture seems really good. It felt like it stuck in my hand really well. As far as the adjustable grip, we haven't messed with it yet, but it does have a very awesome magwell included into the gun. So it's not like hanging off the end of the gun like a lot of magwells. It's just done, in my opinion, the way it's supposed to. Low pro, but very functional. Comes with 2 magazines. Obviously, you can run both of them if you run the short grip configuration, but if you run the long one, you can only obviously run the long magazine. So be aware that there's pros and cons to that. I'm sure these are available. Basically same Glock capacity, same weight, similar trigger, just a lot lower recoil than the Glock, and it looks cooler than the Glock, and in my opinion, maybe shoots a little bit better as well. Now, I would say the only thing I don't like about the gun really is the magazine release. It seems weird, and it does feel a little spongy. Like when I push the magazine release, there always seems to be a delay between when I push it and when the magazine comes out. The gun is around $1,000 depending on what accessories you get with it. If you get the optics mounting system, it's a little more. If you don't, it's a little bit less. So far, so good. We're gonna shoot more rounds through this before I give you my absolute opinion, but I thought it shot really well. What'd you think?
I liked it. I really liked it up close. At distance, I forgot all my trigger discipline and I was just trying to shoot it like I was up close.
Like this Aaron Tactical?
Yep. I definitely need to work on my trigger control at distance, but up close, I was pretty confident with it and pretty happy.
Yeah. It was super fast up close. I was actually kind of shocked when I shot the gun how fast it was. But I should have expected that. I remember I liked the previous one, and so far, I like this one too. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.
You guys are so cute, eating berries. Do not go into that corn, Ruckus.